Monday evening, the first Monday of May. The whole family's here to join together and practice some yoga piano. Is everything okay? Yeah. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. We're going to start tonight's class in a comfortable seat. Maybe if you're feeling like you want some support, you can sit up on a block or a firm pillow. And before we close our eyes and ground down, just go ahead and shake out your wrists. Nice. Shake out your arms. Let your hands get really heavy and relax on your thighs or your knees. And notice if you can bring that same release to the jaw, blowing out your lips. Nice. Continue. Let the throat get heavy. Keep going. Imagine even the face muscles relaxing as the eyes close. And allow that release to radiate down the front of the body. Shoulders relax with the breath. The heart expands on the inhale. And the chest releases on the exhale. Centering your breath now deep into the belly. Notice here if you can let the abdominal muscles relax and release. Trusting those sitting bones to hold your weight, staying tall in the spine but not overly engaged in the core. And finally, bringing your awareness now to all of the points where your seat has met the earth. The glutes, the back of the legs, the calves, the outside of your knees perhaps. Let all of those areas feel a little bit heavier. And as they root down into the earth, imagine the earth holding back, supportive, buoyant, alive. Allowing yourself for the next few breaths to drop away from anything that may have happened today. And knowing that within the container of your practice, there is presence. And in that presence, a distance, a detachment from our thoughts. As you begin to play around with that distance, play around with non-identification and detaching from ego, from identity, can you figure out what's coming up tonight? We are approaching a full moon this Thursday, full moon in Scorpio. And this moon is all about our shadows. You can think about shadows as the front versus the back of the body, what we show the world and all of the inner workings that go behind that mask. Now, a mask is not necessarily a bad thing, right? We all have to play a part. We all have to show up in the world. But our practice teaches us how to begin to integrate those two things. How to be more whole, to balance the yin and the yang, to balance the mask and the shadow, the root and the crown. So this week I encourage you to seek that balance out. Don't be afraid to talk to the shadows. There was a Buddhist nun who once talked about feeding your demons, meeting with those shadows and asking, what do you really need? And in giving that shadow what it needs, attention, love, care, space, slowly but surely, it dissipates. So tonight ask yourself, what do I really need from this practice? When that becomes clear, that phrase, that image, that thought, bring your hands to heart center and begin to gently rub the palms together. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, let that speed catch up. A few more moments. And thumbs to the heart, big breath in. Full breath out. Opening class with 3 chants of Om. Inhale. Gently open your eyes. Release your hand, shake out the wrist, switch the cross of your legs. If you want to shake out on your way there, feel free. I know that was a long opening, so my apologies if you're feeling a little bit tight. As always, you have the option to send your legs long. So we'll begin by grounding down our fingertips to frame our hips. Take a big inhale into your heart. A full exhale down into the earth, and 3 sun breaths reaching out and up on the inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, harnessing the power of the sun. Exhale, releasing to the energy of the earth. Last one. Inhale, we reach tall. Exhale, we let it go. Really nice. Keeping those fingertips behind you. So what I mean by that is the shoulders are open. We're not letting them curve in. So we've got this open heart, and from that, releasing your left ear towards your left shoulder. Take a breath here. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. You've got it now. Inhale, left. Exhale, down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Beautiful. Chin to the chest, round the back. Send your arms long out in front of you. Interlace those fingers, and then flip your palms forward. On the inhale, lift your belly, heart, and the hands overhead. Big inhale here. From the right side waist, bend over. Inhale, center. From the left side waist, over to the left. Really nice, back to center. Letting those elbows drop open, basket behind the head. We'll take that cat spine a little deeper. Release, elbows heavy. Breathe here. Unlock the jaw. Release the tongue. Last 2. Nice, final breath. Raise the gaze. Open those elbows once more. Getting back into the side body. Over to the right. Elbows stay wide. Big inhale. Nice. Gaze down at the right knee. Letting the elbows come towards the center. Twist from the belly down. Release the arms. On your inhale, the gaze lifts once more. Seated spinal twist. Shimmy down into both sitting bones. Big inhale. Exhale. Lift the right arm. And bend at the left side waist. Stay open across the chest. Take a breath here. And curving the spine, bringing that hand to the opposite knee. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Hands heavy in your lap. opposite direction, bending at the left side waist. Really nice. Inhale. Exhale, the back begins to round as the core twists to the left knee, elbows heavy. Release the arms. Inhale the gaze up into your twist. Beautiful. Nice. Left arm lifts. Bend at the right side waist. Keep those shoulders open. Exhale to curve. Round the back. Release the head. Last breath here. Hands heavy in your lap. Reach behind you. Fingertips to the earth or interlaced. Send the heart high. Big opening. Hips are heavy. Breath is full. Last breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Shake the hands, feet to the earth. Take a moment here with your knees bent to gaze down at the toes and start to work your fingers in between the toes. I hope you don't mind your own feet. And as you separate the toes here, see what sensations come up. Sometimes this is really intense, especially for those of us who are used to wearing shoes all the time. I'm not sure anyone does that anymore in these times, but maybe. So really stretch between each toe, and then release, let it go, and walk your palms underneath the soles of your feet. As you do so, the crease of your toes will find that crease of your wrist, and they'll play into each other, opening the toes, pressing back into the wrist, kind of a symbiotic massage here. A couple more breaths. Last one. And let it all go. Again, shake out what you need to. We'll meet in a table. If you want support for your knees, that's a blanket underneath them. And as you build this table, opening up with some organic movement. What does your body want right now? Go ahead and take it. Fingers wide. Pressing into the palms, pressing into the tops of the toes. A couple more breaths. Really nice, y'all. We'll meet at center, a long spine, core engaged, long through the back of the neck. Big inhale. Let all of that breath go. Release the belly. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back. Moving through your cow. Exhaling into your cat. We've got a few more. Continue on, and through this motion, see if you can keep that movement as originating down at the tailbone. Imagine the spine curving in and out, but it starts back at that tailbone. This way, this intentional movement starts to train us to focus on one single point, and we might learn something new about the spine. What I always learn here is that my mid-back is pretty tight. A few more rounds. Nice, open. Stay here in this cow, belly heavy, heart lifted. Imagine the shoulders rolling down the back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, neutral spine, back to child's pose. Stay lifted through the gaze. Crawl those fingers forward. Exhale them over to the left. Root down in that right sitting bone. Breathe into the right lung. Fill it with fresh new air. Nice, once more. Your next inhale is center. And take it to the right. Breathing into that left lung, rooted in your left hip. Next inhale, center. Nice, let's find some different movement in the spine. Gazing over your right shoulder, back to the right hip. Breathe into the left lung. Let all of that air go slowly. Inhale, center. Gazing over the left shoulder, hip and shoulder stay square. Breathe into the right lung. Slowly exhale, there's no rush. And back to center. Beautiful. Left we've got our hips in line with each other. And as you press back into the leg, can you feel those muscles start to open? And bring that weight forward, putting a little bit more pressure into the wrist, rocking back and forth. Really nice. Stabilizing that weight back off, shoulders over the wrist. Start to lift your left leg. Bend that knee, release it to the earth. Lift that knee out to the left, fire hydrant. Nice. Release, lengthen the leg. Lift the leg in line with the hip, foot flexed. We bend it, release it to the earth, fire hydrant. You've got the pattern now. Earth, long, bend the knee, release. Open out to the left. Earth. Lengthen. Bend the knee. Release. Out to the left. Earth. Lengthen. Bend the knee. Release. Shake those hips side to side. Hey-yo. Now we're moving. Right leg long. Press through those toes. Through the heel. Wake it up. Beautiful. Let's find it on this side. Stabilize that weight back off. Right leg lifts, hips in line with each other, core engaged. Bend the knee, lower it to the earth, open it wide. Back to the earth, send it long. Bend the knee and lower. Open, lower, lengthen, bend. Lower, open to the right. Lower back down and lengthen. Last time. We bend, we lower, we open it up and release. Press through the toes. Really nice. Sending our weight back forward, shoulders past the wrist. Get really engaged in the core. Keeping your elbows close to your body. Let's lower down in 3, 2, hold it. Breathe. I lied to you. And release. Open the heart. Top of the toes to the earth. Gaze forward. Notice if you're crunching in the low back, get longer out of the spine. Let those hands hover. Building some strength in the back muscles without cramping them, right? We do this by lengthening forward. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the hands and forehead taps the mat. Pressing up through a neutral table, knees wide. Start to shift back towards your child's pose and then walk your hands a little bit closer to the knees. This is different for every body, so you might have to fill it out. Inhale, release the belly, lift the gaze. Round the back on the exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Give me one more. And round. Nice. Now we can let it go. Hips to the heels, belly heavy. Walk the fingers long, longer, and release the heart and head. Elbows bend, palms overhead. Breathe. Let it go. No need to retain. Send your arms long out in front of you. Let's roll back up, knees under the hips. Finding our core now. Send your left leg long. Toes tucked. Right joins in, high plank. Breathe here. Sending that belly button up into the spine, into the heart. Back of the heart lifts. Stay with me, y'all. One more inhale. Exhale, shift some weight forward. Release the knees. Lowering down. 3, 2, hold here. We're training for our chaturanga, keeping these elbows close, core engaged. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Open up, baby. Maybe a fuller cobra. Nice, y'all. Slowly wave back down. Let's take that 2 more times. Inhale, open chin, throat, heart, ribs, maybe the solar plexus, and lower it back down. Last time, open. Beautiful, let it go. Back up to our table. Starting some big sacral rolls now, ribs to the right. Open the heart, ribs to the left. Round the back, 2 more here. Last one. Pause, take it to the left. Where's the breath? Last one. Neutralize the spine, toes tuck, fingers walk forward, maybe wider, down dog, hips high, head low. Start to pedal out the feet. You may find that they want to walk closer to the hands to balance some weight. That's totally cool. As the knees bend, that core engages, the head shakes no. It nods yes, and we hold 3 breaths. Let that exhale go. 2 more. Last inhale. Nice, gaze forward. Start to walk your feet to the top of the mat. Find your fold. Feet under the hips. Grab onto opposite elbows. Give yourself a little bounce here with bent knees. Trust yourself, the earth is right there. Toes really root into the mat. Hands to the shins. Find your way halfway up to flat back. Core engaged, neck long. Big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. 2 more. Lengthen. Bend the knees and fold. Last one. Lengthen. Bend the knees, fold. Keep that seat really low. Rounding the lumbar spine. Start to find your way, standing tall. Shoulders down the back, gaze forward. Tadasana. Can you breathe into your presence here? Finally tall, finally standing. Palms open, ready to receive. Maybe your forehead is caught off like mine. If so, I'm so sorry. 1 more big inhale. Full exhale. Arms lift up. Really nice. Exhale, a prayer to your heart. Searching for balance. Exhale, Tadasana. Hands to the hips. All of your weight into that left foot. Engage the core as the right knee lifts. Work that hip open like a book. And back to center. 2 more times. Open. And closed. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Really nice. Hands stay on the hips now. We're going to start to shift our weight back as you straighten your right leg. And now we've got this line here, right? From heel to crown. From here, bend your left knee. Searching the earth out with your right toes as you trust it. High lunge. Arms lift tall. Hips facing forward, a prayer to the heart. Big inhale. Exhale, arms frame the body, Tadasana shape. Inhale, lift. Exhale, spin your back heel all the way down. We find warrior 2. Front knee over the ankle, core engaged, tailbone low. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Take a breath. Let it go. Take another one. Let it go. Arms relax, shake them out. Last inhale. Beautiful. Shift weight forward on the exhale. Cartwheel that top arm down. We frame the front foot. Back toes tuck. Hey, low lunge. Get off of your thigh here. Maybe that means blocks. Definitely fingertips. Left hip back in line with the right. Take a big breath. A full exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, right knee to the earth, rising up. Finding a lunge here, the arms lift. Keep those back toes tucked as you bring your hands to your hips. Really nice. Hips still in line with each other. Start to send that left knee forward. Trust it. Beautiful. Breathe. Really nice. Last inhale. Let all of that weight and air go. Inhale, the arms tall. Shifting your hips back under the shoulders, this left knee over the left ankle. Last inhale. Exhale, frame that front foot. Back toes remain tucked as we step back. Down dog. 5 breaths here. Really nice. Stay with it. Inhaling, let. Exhaling, go. Gaze forward, high plank. Work with me. 3 breaths. Neck is long. Exhale, knees release. Shoulders past the wrist. Bending the elbows in 3. Hold it. 2. Elbows close to the body. 1 long line. Tailbone to crown. Inhale. Exhale. Find the earth. Really nice work. Arms frame the body. Lift that heart off of the mat. Toes might join in now. Breathe. 2 more. Flying. Getting longer from the toes and getting longer from the crown. Last inhale. Exhale. Completely lower. Beautiful work. Hands frame the heart. Up through our table. Toes tuck. Down dog. Breathe. Now yogis, we're going to find our forward fold. If you are a hopper, go ahead and hop to the top of your mat, landing with bent knees. Otherwise, walk those feet forward. Really nice. Back into our fold. Take what you need. Maybe that's a sway. Maybe that's opposite elbows or even opposite shoulders. Couple more breaths. A gentle bend in the knees, weight in the toes. Last inhale. Arms are heavy. This time we inhale them out and up. Stand tall. Exhale, Tadasana, palms forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Inhale, balance. Exhale, hands to the hips. Preparing to find that opening on the left side. Root down into your right leg. Core engages, we lift the left knee. Hand to the hip, set your gaze on one unmoving point. Open the hip. And close her off. 2 more. Last one. Really nice. Steady now. Hands to the hips. Starting to shift the heart forward. The tailbone back. Left leg lengthens. Press through that heel. Bending the right knee. We find the earth. High lunge. See here that this right knee is over its ankle. Hips are in line, so check out mine right now. This right hip is really far forward. I'm gonna send them back square. Arms lift. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, a Tadasana shape. Take a breath. And let it go. Open tall. Start to spin that left heel open, settling into warrior 2. Wrist over the ankles, back foot parallel to the back edge. Really trusting this front lunge. That's how we're going to get those open hips. I like to set my gaze on my front middle finger, reminding me there's always a path forward. 1 more inhale. Big exhale, let it go. Shift some weight forward, cartwheel the arms down, back toes tuck. Check out your low lunge hips are a little bit wider. Start to send that knee forward. You've got it. Breathe into it. See how it feels to ungrip. Sometimes that gripping, that sensation of oh no, is all in the mind. And when we let it go, we find depths we didn't know we had. Breathe into it. Really nice. One more inhale. Let all of that breath go. Coming back tall. Arms lift. Exhale, frame the front foot. We're gonna find our high plank now. Lengthen that left leg, right foot joins in, 3 breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, just the right knee down, left heel spins. Kickstand that right foot to the right. From the core, opening on the left side, hand to the hip. Really beautiful. Stabilizing this right hand under its shoulder. Press into the left foot. Press so much that that foot flexes and maybe it starts to lift. Feel that energy riding up the leg into the belly. If you want to take it deeper, left arm tees off. Maybe even reaches overhead. Keep everything moving on this one plane back to the belly. In fact, if you want to try it out, bring your elbow to your knee out in front of you and send it back long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Last time. Nice, from our length. High plank. Toes tuck, reach long, 3 breaths. Stay with me. One more inhale. Left knee to the earth. Spin that right heel down. Maybe kickstand the left leg out. Modified side plank on this side. Lift that right foot. Sometimes I like to look back. Make sure everything's in line and engaged. Long through the neck. If you're feeling wobbly, that's okay. Engage the core. Exhale, elbow to knee. Slowly lengthen. Elbow to knee, don't you rush it. Open up. Last time. And lengthen. Exhale down, find your high plank, final 3 breaths. You've got it. One more inhale. Release the knees. I'm gonna be nice and let you lower down all the way. Open up, finding a Sphinx pose. So the heart lifts, elbows under the shoulders, wide across that chest, the clavicles open, palms back towards the elbows. Breathe here. Relax the glutes. Press into the top of the legs. How does that feel? Really nice. Start to lengthen out that left arm. Right arm slips under, right shoulder. Perhaps temple to a block or the earth. Can the left fingers walk longer? A few more breaths. Big shoulder opening. Really nice. Left hand to the mat. Right arm long and thread the needle on this side. Every exhale, a chance to release that left shoulder. Beautiful. Hands back to the mat. And then we'll walk them a little bit further back so they're under the shoulders. Open up to your full expression of cobra today. If that's an up dog, then the front of the legs lift as well. Breathe. body open in this shape. Last inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Crawl those fingers forward, gaze up. And find your table. Toes tuck, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. On those final 2, feel free to take a vinyasa if you'd like one. Head is heavy, knees are bent, armpits spinning in towards the face. Last 2 breaths. Really nice. As you gaze forward, we're going to lift that right knee into the heart and find a high plank shape. Right foot lowers, really nice. Left fingers plant, right hand to right hip, twist over to the right, the arm lifts, breathe. Exhale, start to roll onto your right heel, open the heart towards the sky. Back to center. Exhale, frame that front foot, really nice. Spin the back heel down. We rise up, arms lift, warrior 1. Set the gaze forward, arms to cactus. Big inhale. Exhale, arms release, Tadasana shape, interlace in the heart high. Through our flat back, we build a devotional warrior. Torso inside of the right leg, perhaps that means walking it wider. Release the head, arms overhead, breathe. Nice. Big exhales. Last one. Rising back up, take as much time as you need. Warrior 1. It opens, warrior 2. Reversing our warrior, left hand to its thigh, flip the front palm, bending at the left side waist, reach tall. Nice, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Lengthen that front leg, back foot walks in, reach forward. Hips are still on the same plane as you bend at the right side waist. Hand to the shin, hovering or connected. Left arm tees off, gaze up at those fingers. Throat is loose. If this doesn't feel good in the neck, gaze forward. Nice. Big inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee, frame that front foot, step it back, down dog. 5 breaths. Again, really check out your posture. Watch the breath. Don't wait for me to cue you into the next thing. Be your own teacher. What's the breath doing tonight? Is it flowing? Are you resisting it? Is it free and feeling good? On these final 2, feel free to take a flow. Really nice. Meeting back in our down dog. Through high plank, left knee to the heart. Low lunge on this side. Finding that shape and twisting in it. Left hand to the hip. Open to the left. Arm lifts tall. Right fingertips are on the earth. Shoulders are more or less square. Start to open up by rolling onto the outside edge of your left foot. Really nice. Breathe. Inhale back to center. And frame that front foot. Back heel spins down. We rise up. Warrior 1. Pressing into the outside edge of your right foot. Gaze forward, trust this lunge. Arms open. Exhale the arms for a Tadasana shape. Inhale. Interlace. Send the heart high. On your exhale, through flat back, inside of the left thigh, Tadasana. Arms overhead, head heavy. Bringing that left hip back in line with its knee. Maybe that means walking the foot wider, that's okay. Head is released. calling that shape from the top of class. Open, warrior 2. Really nice. Breathe here. And reverse it. Reach tall. Find your length even as you bend in the right waist. Send that left knee forward. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Back foot walks in. Reach. And triangle. What's the neck up to? Be aware of it. One more inhale. Exhale, frame that front foot. Step forward to fold. Really nice. Walking the feet mats width apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, release the heart. Inhale, lengthen the legs, stand tall, arms lift. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Nice. Coming back to center. This is a new approach to our malasana. So steady, easy. Hands to heart center. From here, squatting all the way down. Imagine your knees traveling past the toes. There's going to be a moment where you think, no way. Trust me, there's a way. Send the seat back. Engage the core. Lower. Earth is right there. Elbows inside of the knees. What's it up to tonight? Heart stays tall, legs stay engaged. Breathe with me. Release something on the exhale. Make a crazy sound. Blow out the lips. Take lion's breath. This is your practice. Left fingers to the earth, right fingers to their hip. Start to twist to the right. You may find that it feels good to bend that opposite knee. Open up. One more inhale. Exhale, back to center. Take it to the opposite side, no rush. From the core. Last inhale. Exhale, center, heel toe those feet underneath you. Bending the knees, inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, Tadasana, shake it out. Really nice. Stabilizing your feet under the hips. We're gonna close out our standing practice with some tree poses. So get really loose and then find your solidity from the core. Belly engages, knees stay with a micro bend, feet really rooted down. Squeeze the mat with your toes. Nice, hands to the hips, all of your weight to the right. That left foot hovers, but the hips stay square. Crazy, the body. Lift that left knee, roll out its foot. Take it the other way. Beautiful. Deciding now, thigh, calf, or the earth, make it happen. Hip is open, foot's pressing into the leg as it presses back. Follow that energy up as the arms lift through the midline. Belly stays engaged, arms open, thumb to middle finger. Where's your gaze? Set it on one point. Let all of the wobbles happen. I don't care. What I care about is the breath. Are you squeezing? Are you retaining? Let that go. That's what you can control. Everything else, who knows? One more inhale. Exhale, imagine everything melting down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Really nice. Hands back to the hips. Right foot lifts. Hovering here, engaging the core so that you can times. Nice. Bring that same attention to the lower legs, sweeping them out. Sweep the feet out. Now the thighs all the way down. Really nice. Beautiful. Stepping back, high plank. Final 5 breaths here, finishing strong. Gaze forward, belly button towards the back of the spine and up into the heart. Last 2. Final inhale. Exhale, release the knees, walk them wide. We're gonna take a child's pose and we'll be here about a minute. Knees wide, belly heavy, heart released. Allow the arms to reach forward, lazy and heavy. And returning to this idea that I introduced at the top of class of feeding our demons. Now, when we think about this, we imagine all of our vices, right? And indulging in them. That's not what this practice is. Instead, I want you, and this is a challenge, to imagine something in your life that you know not to be true, but that consistently, persistently shows up as negative self-talk, as a lie. I'll be vulnerable and share that for me, that thought is you are not enough. For you, it might be something a little different, allowing yourself to be more specific and detailed with it. Allow that thought to take shape here in this position of surrender as you're held by the earth and held by your practice. Imagine what that thought would actually look like as a demon. Its fangs, its feathers, the fire surrounding it. And now, seeing that demon's pain, where does that thought really come from? Who lied to that demon and made it so? Feed it the healing balm that only you know how. For me, that balm is you are loved and can love. If that resonates with you, I invite you to use it. Feeding that demon with love, with courage, with patience. Eventually, with every bite, it starts to melt back down into a small child. You, the small child who heard those words. Not so much of a demon after all, is it? We'll close out this practice by recognizing this inner child as our ally. When we hear that negative self-talk, walk yourself through these steps. Identify, feed, dissolve, and allow that child to walk with you once more in its true form, your inner ally. Your voice of hope, your voice of reason, your path forward. Taking 3 final breaths here. We'll roll our way back up. Take whatever your spine needs. Hips side to side, maybe some cat-cows. Eventually sending your legs out in front of you. And then bringing those feet in close to the seat. We'll roll down onto our spines. From here, getting really long, tailbone to crown. Let the hips and knees drop open. Soles of your feet joining together. Hands to the low belly, eyes closed. If you want some support for the hips here, it's pillows underneath the thighs. Allow the jaw back to center. Allow it to stack on top of the left. Come into a spinal twist here. Right shoulder finding the mat. And feeling free to let that top hip drop back. Belly heavy. Left hand to the belly. Breathe into it. What can you ungrip? Maybe even gazing over to the right. One more inhale. Walking that right foot back open from the knee to the hip. It lowers to the earth, countered by the left, crossing over. Finding your twist on this side. Take your time. Build it out. Release when and where you can. Continue searching for those areas of release. Ungripping, letting go, surrender. Really beautiful. A couple more breaths. We'll bring those knees back to center together now, hugging them in towards your heart. Opening the knees wide. Feel free to rock side to side. Reach between the legs. Grab the outside edges of your feet. If this is enough, plant the tailbone and stay here. To go deeper, lower legs extend, feet flexed, happy baby. Breathe along the spine. Breathe into the hips. Last inhale. Exhale, release the knees, guide them to center, feet to the earth. Send those legs long, shake out the ankles, let them drop open. Hands on top of the belly or palms up, framing the hips. Tracking from the toes to the knees, release. From the knees to the hips, ungrip. From the hips to the ribs, relax. Breathe into the heart center. The back of your heart and shoulders melt into the earth. The throat loosens. The head might reach a little bit longer as the tongue releases from the roof of the mouth. Shavasana. There is nothing left to do. Feel free to remain in Shavasana for however long your night allows. If you're ready to close out the practice, however, feel free to reach your arms overhead, point the toes. Find some life back in the body. Rolling onto your right side, we'll meet in a final seat. Hands to heart center. Dedicating our practice tonight to all living beings everywhere. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free from suffering. Let's seal this practice with the final chant of Om. I'll be posting on our Instagram a link to that meditation and the credit where credit is due. It was, I think, written over 1,000 years ago, actually. So I will post that on our Instagram at YogaPiano. Have a beautiful night.
Thank you. Love ya.